This old man is a pure scum. Through his hands of the rich women are basically the loss of both money and sex. The old man is good at smoking and drinking, but in the dating site, but choose not to smoke and drink. Soon the site matched him with a rich woman. The two of them chatted for a long time on the website. The old man's humor and wit made the rich woman very fond of. He was the first to propose a meeting. They met at a fancy restaurant. The old man adjusted his state and prepared to act. Although the rich woman is old, but it is easy to see that she must have been a beautiful woman when she was young. As soon as they met, the old man said that the name he used on the dating site was a fake. His real name is Roy. This is Roy's usual trick. He wanted to give the rich woman an impression of honesty and reliability. Not only did the rich woman not mind, she said Roy was very sincere. After all, it was the first time we met. Roy didn't rush to attack. After a brief chat about family members, the two of them left the restaurant. The rich woman's grandson came to pick her up and take her home. Roy watched the car leave, turned around and went into a bar. Don't get the wrong idea. Roy didn't come here for fun. Several of the people in the room were Roy's partners. Roy gave a brief introduction to the rich woman. He thought this rich woman was easy to handle. If things go well, he would get 40% of the reward as before. The remaining 60% will be divided equally between them. But before that, he wanted to find out how much money the rich woman really had. Roy asked the rich woman out for a walk. The two of them were talking. Roy pretended to break his leg and sat down on a bench. The rich woman saw this and rushed forward to help. Roy took the rich woman's hand in his hand. The rich woman asked Roy about his foot injury with a concerned look. Roy waved his little hand and made a fool of himself. In Roy's opinion, this is a fish bite. The next day Roy asked the rich woman out to dinner. He deliberately found a restaurant that was closed. When the rich woman saw that the restaurant was closed, she proposed to go to her house for dinner. Roy sighed in his heart. Everything was going so well. The car drove into the wealthy district, stopped in front of a luxury villa. Inside, Roy was so happy. This is really a big fish. However, just as the two were eating, the rich woman's grandson suddenly came back. He thought the grandmother and Roy were not yet familiar. He shouldn't have brought Roy home. Roy cursed the kid for being bad, but he said he would go home now. Roy has a wound on his foot. The rich grandmother didn't feel comfortable, so she asked her grandson to take Roy home with her. After arriving home, Roy stepped out of the car to say goodbye to the two. When she was going up the stairs, Roy deliberately pretended to be having a hard time. The rich woman could not stand it, so she took Roy home and put him in the guest room. The rich woman told Roy to stay here to get better before he went back, but the grandson disapproved of the grandmother's approach. The two only met a few times before taking them home. What if Roy is a bad person? The rich woman thought that Roy's speech and behavior were not like bad people. Roy was very happy to hear the rich woman's comment. Looks like we can proceed to the next step. What a coincidence. The grandson received a business trip that night. The biggest obstacle was gone. Roy felt that God was helping him.